Hello everybody out there, I am your OGE Hydrogen guide. No doubt you're asking yourselves, why do I need a guide? I've got Siri, I've got Alexa, I've even got SatNav. In this case, however, I am more than all three of them put together. I can look into the future. Because OGE has a lot planned, but more on that later. As you can see, we're building up the tension. First, let's take a look back. Like most countries, in 2015, Germany signed the climate agreement in Paris. This states that global warming should not exceed 1.5 degrees Celsius. To make sure of this, Germany has to reduce its CO2 emissions by 80 to 95% by the year 2050. Understandably, you're now wondering, how are we supposed to do that?
Oh no! What can we do? What can we do?
No.
What can we do?
But climate change is real, and our planet is getting warmer and warmer. Hence, over the last few years, we have seen an increasing awareness of environmentally friendly energy policy. Ecologically sound energy generation is therefore the subject of growing attention. But we won't achieve the climate goals through that alone, because factors like heat generation, transport, industry, and agriculture also play a role. So, aside from green energy, we need something else too. And we know what.
Green molecules!
But we have to make sure that we don't come across any new barriers like insufficiently developed power grids or inadequate storage capacities. And that's where I come in. I mean, we. Okay, OGE. We have a plan. As one of Europe's leading gas network operators, we are naturally concerned about the topic of gas in particular. After all, we have a functioning gas infrastructure that we can use on the path towards an efficient energy transition. And gas is becoming increasingly climate neutral and environmentally friendly, for example in the form of hydrogen. Hydrogen. I can see that you're curious. What is this magic potion hydrogen? Here's a brief introduction. Hydrogen is the number one. That's clear even in the periodic table. It is 14 times lighter than air, and thus the lightest element we know on the planet. But hydrogen has other good properties too. It is odorless, tasteless, non-toxic, and invisible. And it is an energy carrier whose combustion does not produce any climate-harmful CO2. Hydrogen can be produced using renewable energies like wind power, by means of electrolysis, for example. Hydrogen is also the most widespread element in the universe. But also on Earth, hydrogen is one of the most commonly found elements. You guessed that already. Large amounts of hydrogen can also be found in this body, molded into a very attractive form, of course. But what's important for the future is the fact that, unlike electricity, hydrogen can be stored as energy perfectly well in large quantities and over long periods of time. That means it doesn't matter if there's no wind for a while or if the sun doesn't shine much, climate-neutral energy can still be made available using hydrogen. And listen, anywhere where gas is used already, be it in the industrial sector, the heating market, or in heavy goods vehicles in the future, these green gas molecules can be made available. The current gas infrastructure offers huge potential for transporting hydrogen efficiently across long distances and storing it
for long periods
of time. Because the gas network links the places where the energy is generated, both inland and abroad, to the places where the energy is consumed. In particular, the transmission capacities and the seasonal storage facilities that are so crucial for the energy transition are already amply available in the gas network, and the major industrial sites are already connected to it. Here, it doesn't matter whether we combine hydrogen with natural gas or whether we move directly towards a pure hydrogen network and use existing pipeline systems for it. Hydrogen also poses some challenges, however. Its low calorific value means large quantities of hydrogen are needed. But there's a solution for this too: compression. And supplying large quantities of hydrogen. For this, you likewise need the right hydrogen infrastructure. Hence, OGE is working at full steam on innovative hydrogen concepts and solutions and is pursuing various projects with the help of its partners. See for yourself, hydrogen is the future. Here at OGE, we believe that the lightest element on Earth is a lot more than just hot air, and in fact has the potential to make a huge contribution to the energy system of the future. OGE and hydrogen. We're like this. Be sure to write to me if you have any more questions. See you soon, your OGE Hydrogen Guide.